Hey everybody, welcome to my messy office, and I want to give you a reflection on a story I was thinking about after the message this weekend. So I was of course talking about whether we could be living in the end times. My short answer to that is yes, but the long answer is probably not in the way you think about it. Not attached to coronavirus. I think it's really wild and scary, and probably a bad idea to try to attach particular events that are affecting our personal lives right now to the prophecies from the book of Revelation or other places like that. But it reminded me of when I was 14 years old. 1988, I was a freshman in high school, and there was a little booklet that was circulating, of course, particularly in churches, although I think it got a little more broad than that. And at my church, I came across this. It was a booklet that said 88 reasons Christ is going to return in 1988. And it actually gave a couple of very specific dates that he'd try to return. Try to return. That's a weird way to say it. Anyway, so at my church, like in my youth group, this was not taken seriously. I'm sure it was at some churches, but it was actually kind of the butt of our jokes. Like, yeah, everyone knows Christ says you don't know the time or the date. And just on a whim today, I decided, I wonder if that book is still out there. I wonder if I could find it. So I Google it, and sure enough, on Amazon, you can find this booklet. Now, there's certain places you can get a copy. This cracks me up if you think about it. It says, out of print. Well, of course it's out of print. I found another place that it said revised edition, and this one actually has ratings, like how good of a book was this, they're hilarious if you want to take the time to look at it. But here's how it hit me today. I knew in 1988 this was a crazy prediction, maybe made by someone who was sincere, or maybe made by someone who was just trying to make money. I don't even know the story behind it. I do know that even though I thought it was like a total farce, there was something, and this is weird how God works. I think sometimes he uses things that are messed up or crazy or silly or whatever, still to make us think about healthy things. And there was something that at least made me think yeah, but what if it was true? What if Christ was coming next month or next week? And I remember the feelings around that of urgency. I mean, at first, honestly, I think my first thoughts were, well, I'll probably empty my bank account and go have a good time, maybe even swipe a credit card, because who cares if the end of the world's coming, right? But anyone who thinks a little bit about it will step back and say, no, man, this is important stuff, and if I really believed he were coming imminently, I'd probably go have some important conversations with people I love. I'd have an important conversation with God about who I am and my trust in him. And I think, isn't it weird that something that was actually off theologically still prompted me to create the right urgency about conversations? And, hopefully you're experiencing that too out of the message this weekend, that you've thought a little bit about yourself and your life with God, and thought a lot about people you know and love who could use an encouraging word or someone to, offer them an invite to, take a next step in faith. You could do that today, and I hope you will. Thanks, everybody.